believe that because it's been a very long one. To the upper right hand side of the map, our Red Pros player from Against All Authority is going to be DnS. And to the bottom left is going to be our green Zerg player from True Esports. Let's see it, guys, if you're cheering on Elazer. I am, I get to the point where I still can't believe we've got at least 3 best of 3s to go. I'm like, my brain's just stopping to work and stuff, so again, when I say something stupid and stuff like that and miss Bermuda Switch, just shout at me and I'm not going to read it, I'm not going to lie, because I'm, I feel, I don't know, feeling a little bit dead. But that's good. I mean, what is doing something you love without having tough days? Not really tough days, but having, you know, having long, hard-working days and stuff like that as we set up ready to go into this PvZ. Dusk Towers again, number 1. Of course, it's Dusk Towers. Dusk Towers is actually going to be my my most hated map here in the next kind of like couple of hours while we finish this off, because I imagine Dusk Towers is going to be the map which brings us a lot of long games still, which will be which will be very, very interesting. Yeah, shout out to all you guys who've been with us all day long as well, obviously. I know, like, a lot of you guys, I think Afterlife was here all day long. I mean, some of you guys have been in and out all day. Some of you guys are, just the fact some of you guys are still here is crazy, so thanks very much for joining us as we're going to see this probe. Just going to be heading towards the upper right-hand side and going back home after he sees it. It is going to be a very early, kind of just patch gas pool, just nothing really crazy. Doesn't see the third, which he could have maybe stuck around for, but not going to waste his time, just going to head straight on up to the upper right-hand side of the map. My dog was looking at me, so I think she wanted my hoodie to lie on, so I've given her my hoodie now, and now she's lying, and now she's happy, so it's good at least. As we set up. Stargate going to be on the way down. First deck of the game from our Protoss player in this game. So yeah, Stargate on the way down. I'm just going to be looking to see what this Stargate going to be able to produce here. I mean, it's either going to be Phoenix or, I mean, it's one or the other, right? It's either going to be Phoenix or it's going to be Oracle. So it's going to be one or the other in the next few moments, but we're not sure what exactly it'll be just yet, as we can see these couple of lings pushing up the ramp and going to turn around as you're going to see this Adept looking to jump onto those couple of Zerglings here in the next couple of moments. And you can see just again, ling speed is about to finish up. Pneumatized Carapace is going to be finishing up here in just a couple of moments too. So ling speed, Pneumatized Carapace both finishing and looking to be a very standard kind of Baneling based playstyle in the early game for Elazer. That Evolution Chamber probably for the +1 melee as he sets up into this ZvP. Comes in the scouts with the Overlord. I mean, he already sees the Phoenix. He knows it's a Stargate, but he sees just a single Stargate. Not really too much else to see apart from that, really. I mean, he gets into the natural and sees another gateway on the way up. I mean, 3 gates off a Stargate. Again, really nothing too crazy at all. And a couple of lings just down the down this ramp. Going to be seeing him just moving away with these, actually, a couple of those. And you're going to see a few lings over to the right-hand side from Elazer as well. So a few lings over to the right. And we're just going to be seeing the couple of Phoenix are looking to try and keep on. Trying to, you know, just coming in, just going to be picking that off. So, yeah. A couple of Phoenixes doing some damage here, basically. Nothing really too exciting at all. I guess we'll just keep following them around, though, because there isn't too much else going on. Very fast 4th base from Elazer, but when he sees that there's a fast 3rd on the way for his opponent, or... Did you see that? No? I guess he just sees the setup and just knows that it's probably going to be a fast 3rd then. And so he just goes into fast 4th, no real problems. His melee upgrade is on the way, and we'll probably see a higher... Well, a lair on the way soon. A lair on the way soon, and then in towards some Hydralisks in the very near future. As you see this Phoenix just coming down the left-hand side of the map. And a couple of Robo Facilities being added on for DnS. I mean, very standard playstyle, right? I mean, single Stargate Phoenix into double Robo Immortal. Forge and Twilight will come up soon, and just heading into this kind of very standard setup for PvZ. No real questions being asked. just very standard straight up, and a few drones going to start going down. So a few drones going down, and we're going to be seeing the few Phoenix just backing away. So I mean, a nice little bit of damage being done here by DnS. A couple more gates. Sorry, they're the robos. A couple of robos coming up to help him wall over here, and yeah, we're going to see Twilight Council on the way and a Forge coming down as well. So Twilight Council and a Forge. Again, I mean, this is just the go-to kind of PvZ. I mean, you could literally pick, you know, if you picked a PvZ that was played out in the last 2 or 3 months, you have a very high likelihood of picking out a PvZ that would actually just do this build, because it's just been such a common build. I mean, there's really nothing weird about it at all, and especially in the last kind of few weeks, if you kind of picked out this PvZ, you probably find a game just like it, because with the Baneling-based playstyle, it's been very popular lately as well, as we're going to be seeing. This Phoenix just going to be, again, moving around and looking to see what they can get done. Charge is starting up on the Twilight Council. Forge is starting the +1. Infestation Pit going to be finishing here in a moment or two for Elazer. So, going to be finishing his Infestation Pit, and I guess just kind of rushing up in towards Hive, and we'll see kind of how that goes for him. +2/+1 upgrades on the way. Bane and Nest is researching that centrifugal hook, so that Bane speed coming into play. There's that Hive starting. DnS hasn't really scouted this just yet. He might with the Phoenix if he continues down this direction. I guess he'll stop short at the third base. He does see the Infestation Pit though, so he sees some of this. As Hive starts, no sign of a Spire yet though, no signs of looking towards a Greater Spire. More so, well, okay, there it is. So looking for a Greater Spire most likely. I mean, that's not really too crazy. As we're going to see the few drones is being picked up and some damage being done. So some damage being done here. I mean, Phoenix just going to continue to pick up the drones. How many works going down here? 13 kills. It's actually been a perfect game so far by DnS, not losing anything. As we see, nothing lost at all from him so far. And obviously just picking up a few more drones. Just being a little bit more frustrating throughout this game. As we're going to see. I mean, he is just up to 5 bases. And what does that pros player want to do? He's actually just going to head into the late game himself. He's going to add on a couple more Stargates, the Fleet Beacon coming down. I say a couple more Stargates. Well, he has a couple more Stargates. He's already got one Stargate. Of course, he's just otherwise he wouldn't be building a Fleet Beacon. So he adds on a couple of extra Stargates and a Fleet Beacon as well. And just going to be going into kind of Tempest production to stop preparing against these Broodlords. So, man, guys, guess what? We're in for the long haul. Could you believe it? Of course we are. Man, what a long day. You know what the best thing is, guys? Like, genuinely, here's the best thing. The best thing is tomorrow we get to do it all again. We start off the EU qualifier, we'll go into the NA qualifier in the evening, as these Phoenix are looking around, gonna lift up that Queen and just gonna start working it, working away at it. You'll see the Queen just falling. Ooh, first unit of the game going down there, I think, from DnS. Phoenix goes down. It's going to see a bit of a link counter attack onto the 4th base. First Tempest on the way up. As you see, all these links just running by, not really doing too much. I mean, DnS was starting to push out on the map, but considering he's going into triple Tempest production, it doesn't really seem as though he's too interested in really sort of committing into kind of. I don't think he's too interested in really committing to a fight. I think he just wants to kind of pressure and maybe force a few Banes to morph in. And I mean, well, Elazer just heading in towards these this Great Spire and these Broodlords. He's getting there. I mean, the thing is though, again, I mean, you know, DnS hasn't been messing around at all. These links should have seen that mothership morphing in, which is interesting. As we see the, again, couple of Tempests in the sky. And a good strong army on the ground from DnS as well. And as we see the, again, the Liberator just, not Liberator, that mothership just finishing morphing in here in the next couple of moments. So, mothership on the way as we see a few Phoenix being turned away, being sent up towards the upper right hand side. And, yeah, a few Phoenix coming up towards the upper right. I'm going to collect up with these Tempests. Zealots, Mortals, Archons again on the ground as we see a couple more High Templar being warped in. And they're going to be, well, potentially morphing into an Archon here. So, you see these links just working their way through the rocks. So the rocks go down and Elazer just going to be kind of just having a look to see what's going on. So rocks go down. Elazer, I guess, more than anything, just opening up the kind of attack pathways for him to keep attacking on. I mean, he's got a heavy Ling playstyle, right? So he's got to keep on looking to kind of counterattack around the map and look for ways to trade. Even the Corruptors can kind of do that too. I mean, if he kind of pulls the units away, maybe he can come in, caustic spray this Nexus from some angle and so. And that's the sort of thing which will really help him out throughout this. Adrenal Glands is done. We see +3 attack on the way for the Zerglings too. See a couple of Voids being added on to help with the Corruptor count. There's a Warp Prism coming in towards the main base. I mean, Spine Cores are very well placed to help protect against it. And these couple of deaths are not going to really get too much done at all. The Warp Prism already backing off a little bit just to try and not get caught. As Ling's trying to run in from the right hand side of the foot to the 4th. But they're not going to find anything either. Ling's coming back. There's another couple of... Well, we actually see a Brutal morphing in. As these Zerglings going to be just moving around, looking to see what's going on. As you can see, getting the Zerglings just kind of getting turned away there pretty swiftly. So Zerglings getting turned away. You're going to see again kind of Ling being corrupted, Brood just sort of building up. I just don't see how Elazer really fights against this army though. High Templar about to have Storm as well. It just seems to become such a good army here for our Protoss player that it just seems very difficult to imagine a Zerg army doing very well against this. Broodlord going to be working away at distance as we're going to see this Talon. Going to be caustic spraying down. And the Talon does fall down as just a little bit of harassment to the top side here. The Tempest on the way over to go deal with that. It is again ready to try and run in here once again, but enough of an army to realistically just imagine that that's not going to do anything. And yeah, I mean, another Nexus up over there as well, so another Nexus on the way up. As these Zerglings run in, well, they are going to find this fight and this engagement here. Drill Gland Lings are going to kill us off very quickly. As Tempest don't do very good. Oh, but the Mothership does a very good job of cleaning these Lings up. It stops them from not cleaning the Lings up, it stops them from kind of attacking this base. Some Baners and Lings are running towards this base over here as well. Bro's getting a little bit choked up, and these Baners are going to connect. A lot of work is going down. Big moves by Elazer. As we see, I mean, still just trying to run by and hit bases around the place. Gonna hit another base to the left hand side, and all of a sudden DnS is finding himself almost baseless here. But he does keep this one alive, and he needs that to send his probes to start mining on right now. Warp Prism to the south side is just sat, awaiting as we're going to see some more Lings, Corruptors, and Broodlords all joining up together in the middle. Spire starting up also from Elazer right here, so I mean, his second Spire is just obviously a way for Elazer, unless he lost his first one, which he didn't. I think it's just a way for him to start going into double upgrades, realizing, I mean, the more air upgrades he can get, the better. Is this push coming forward from DnS? They're going to try and take a little bit of a fight here. Broodlord goes down immediately. And you just see DnS is looking to see what he can get up to. High Templar just looking to see what they're doing. A few Valence moving forwards here. Nice Storm. Actually crashing in and gets a couple of Zealots and a High Templar. Not really anything important though. And again, it's just such a weak army, it feels like, from that Zerg player. Let's see what he can do as he starts to attack on in. Let's see, the Void Rays are just going to start prismatic alignment thing. The Viper's going to drop some parasitic bombs, and parasitic bombs, the Void Rays are not being responded to. The parasitic bombs are going to wear out just as these Void Rays get so low on health. And well, Elazer is making a much better job of this than I thought he was, but there's still just not enough to fight against the Sky Army, and DnS just has so much as he pushes on forwards here. These Voids kill off that Broodlord, and pretty much everything is going to go down. I mean, DnS, given the opportunity to go into late game, just took it. He didn't wait around at all. He just seized the opportunity, took it, and he played it out beautifully to make sure that he was going to be able to close this out. We're going to see a few more Archons morphing in here, but the Lings are going to kill those. I mean, Adrenal Glands is pretty good. Elazer is trying to kind of stay alive, get a few more units in, but there's just not enough for him in the sky. He was one parasitic bomb away from killing off so many of those Void Rays. Unfortunately, just let's introduce some players, shall we? To the bottom right hand side, there's going to be our Green Zerg from True Esports. Let's hear it, guys, if you're cheering on Elazer. To the upper left is going to be our red Protoss from Against All Authority. It is DnS. So, as we set up into this, we get set, ready to go. We're all still alive out there. Who's still with me? Let me hear it. I want to know who's still alive. I want to hear who's still enjoying these games. I want to hear who you guys are cheering on. Let me hear you guys a little bit in the chat. I know you're all talking and stuff like that. Whatever, cool. That's nice. But I want to hear if you guys are still out there. Let me know how you think the games are going today. Let you know if you've been enjoying these qualifiers for the HomeStory Cup. As we get ready to go into the second game, hatch gas to begin with, and a pool from Elazer. Nothing too special, as we're just going to see DnS expanding pretty quickly again right now as well. So Nexus on the way down, and we're just going to see DnS just slowly rallying his workers into the gas now. So pretty standard way to play out the early game, as we see a Cybercore and second gas will start, and again just pretty standard start up here in general, just nothing too crazy. There's the second gas coming down, and this probe is going to get ready to maybe make a pylon here. I guess that's the next thing in his build order. So pylon comes down, actually going to put it in the wall, which makes a little bit more sense as well. So very very standard so far from DnS, as we look at the openings to be, well, fairly passive. We see DnS blocking that third hatchery from going down super early. He's just going to have to come into his queens and a couple more lings first before he can get the second gold base really up and running and ready to go. Just going to see this pylon starting to build. Oh, cancelling, actually. Sorry, got the wrong words. This pylon going to come down once again, actually, as this drone trying to chase that probe away. I'm just going to see him turning around once again and just going to be trading against this pylon right now. A couple of lings coming in, just going to be seeing these Zerglings from Elazer just forcing to cancel down the pylon. Not going to let it finish, and Elazer will eventually get his third hatchery started here. So, third hatchery does begin. We see a single adept just shading out onto the map from DnS. So, again, just looking to kind of. I mean, you've seen this a few times with the PVZ, and I don't want to say the same thing again and again, but I mean, it is just him looking to kind of create some map control, have a little bit of a look to see what is going on, what is happening, just try and figure out what's up in the early stages of this game. Adept continue to move down towards the lower right hand side. We see an overload from Elazer moving up towards the top side as well. A single Zergling from Elazer continue to move around too. Going to be jumping into the middle line, and actually one of these probes is going to be going down, but not if he pulls it away like that. So you'll see DnS opting to go for an Oracle here early on in this game. So an Oracle on the way up, and that's going to be Chrono boosting out right now as we see just an Overlord spread. Blah. What's even happening? I mean, nothing going on just yet. I'm waiting for you guys to start talking in the chat. I asked you guys to let me know what's up. It should be kind of around now that you start responding. So I mean, it's a bit of a slow start. I guess we can follow the Oracle just in case anything super exciting happens. But I mean, with a new test characters opening, Elazer already sort of knows what's going on. He already sees what's happening. He already knows it's kind of a Stargate, so he's got Spore Crawlers on the way up. He's making a few links plus one melee as well, and his Bane Nest is on the way down. There you guys, now you're going. I feel alive, says Von Schleer. Kinda, says Illusion. Yeah, says Look Mercury. STI Hearts from Lib. Got Cheering Face from Surround FX. This Oracle's doing some damage at the gold base. Whatever, who cares? The chat's talking. No, I mean, the Oracle picks up actually quite a few kills in this natural expansion. We see Adepts coming across the map too. I mean, this is kind of problematic. I mean, Elazer, he saw this, he made spores at his third, at his main, but he didn't make spores where it mattered. And now there's actually nothing to defend these drones over on the third base. Okay, there's them Zerglings, but he actually, shades back over here. We're going to see this Oracle taking down a Queen. We're going to see this other Queen is going to go down as well, potentially. Is he going to get the Oracle? Not quite. The Adepts are starting to go down, though, to these Zerglings. So a little bit of a weird trade here, and well, the early aggression from... for the early aggression from the Oracle is maybe, and the Oracle and Depths combined, maybe didn't quite do as much as we were expecting. This Oracle over here is still alive as well. Is that actually... Oh, I'm sorry. What an awful caster and observer I am. Okay, this one Oracle died, another Oracle in here, just trying to get another couple kills, and he does. Third next coming down from DnS over to the top left side of the map. Drink a Red Bull, there's a serious SE2 going on right now. I don't have any Red Bulls, otherwise, trust me, I would have had one or two by now already. And yeah, we're going to see these Lings kind of counter-attacking. Actually, these counter-attacking Lings, well, they're going to maybe get an Adept or two, but Throw an Overcharge can help to clean up if he needs. I don't really think it was worth putting it down when he's got units coming in from the backside. I don't think he really needed that in the very end. At the same time, though, the drop an Overlord into the main base had a few lings he's trying to deal with as well, it seems. And overall, Elazer didn't really kill anything. 13 workers killed, though, from DnS. He's now up 11 workers in this game. His own gold base on the second gold base being established. We're going to see a few Balins getting ready to come in towards the main. There's a few Zerglings just heading up and going to be hitting the front wall in just a moment or two as well. So a few Zerglings going down. I mean, this counterattack from DnS has so much potential because Elazer doesn't really have a lot, if I'm going to be completely honest. You know, he's not really got anything at all. If you see a drop in Overlord going in towards the natural, these few adepts do go down very quickly. +1 melee is good, man. As you're going to see, DnS has to make a decision. Does he keep on going forwards, or what does he want to do here? He is going to keep on attacking. More Balins are morphing in, though. And let's see what he can do. Is he going to split away, though? Good splits. Militia Core taking some damage. Queen's taking damage too. Overlord dropping over here. Not really doing as much as we really thought, although he's killed quite a few workers in the last few moments. Oracle here trying to clean up these lings on the third base. Still trying to push at the front as well. He's going to try and recall back home. He does recall. But he comes out of this 12 workers behind, so a little bit of a turnaround there. And the aggression from DnS doesn't quite pay off for him. A few more sentries being warped in for DnS right now as well. We're going to see the Phoenix just up to the top side of the map and going to be patrolling around a little bit. Just a single Phoenix, just trying to keep an eye out for further Overlords trying to drop in. He knows this Overlord's here, he's going to come and get that now. I think he's trying to run in once again, and well, trying to get a probe or two. DnS already pulling a couple of probes away, though. And we are going to see these I think it's just getting pushed away. Fourth base starts up from Elazer. So again, I mean, good recovery. I feel as though he was a little bit behind initially, but them lings really starting to pay off for him as he is going to go into the Hydra list then, so he's going to be playing the Hydra Baneling style this time around, instead of just pure Ling Bane into very fast Broodlords, which, well, just didn't work out for him at all last game. I think DnS had a very good counter with the kind of fast Sky Toss play, and with that counter, I mean, Sky Toss is so good if you get into it quickly and your opponent's just... I mean, Sky Toss is good anyways. I think when you get into it so early, it can just really sort of, you know, begin to snowball. And I mean, obviously, what Elazer was going for wasn't very good against Sky Toss because he has so much Ling Bane, but he's not doing damage with it. And he's going straight into Broodlords, and Broodlords don't do anything. I mean, Broodlords just died at Sky Toss, and the Corruptors. I don't even know how do you really deal with Sky Toss as Zerg. It's such a tough composition to deal with because Sky Toss is just so good. I think late game when you get built up into it. We're going to see another. An overcharge coming down to try and protect these pros, but I mean, these lings picking off like they're nothing. DnS taking quite a bit of damage over here. Another attack coming through the center. Lots of Stalkers, Sentries, and Immortals this time around. Going to be an interesting time in attack as we see a few more Balins morphing in, getting ready to go. We're going to see DnS is just going to keep on moving down towards this bottom right hand side here. Just going to be pushing on through, and so you see a few Zerglings looking to move forwards. Single Baneling going down. We're going to see a couple of Hydralisks going down. Baneling's rolling on in, a couple of Force Fields coming in as well, and whoa, big Baneling connections. And now these Hydras probably going to be enough to push DnS's army away, and that is a sort of victory which sort of just takes you into a victory in this game, realistically, as we see a couple of deaths being chased away at the very end, and Hydra's still chasing too. They're going for this, and they're about to get +1 as well. Lings to reinforce Elazer, taking a very good fight here, and it looks as though he's going to be able to tie things up one game apiece. Looks as though we're going to a third game here in this losers bracket match. I don't even know what round of the losers bracket we're in anymore. All I know is the winner of this series plays Marine Lord, which is still another round away from qualifying, so it's still a way to go. The Elazer are going to stay fighting here as he's going to take down this pylon, and I feel as though realistically he's got enough coming in to really attack into this. DnS really had a great start to this game, I can't say that enough, but he did just sort of lose out a couple of times, a few missed decisions, and some very good harassment from Elazer, which was very successful in comparison to what DnS was achieving on the other side of the map. Banelin's not able to get up there because of the force fields. Elazer will do the classic Zerg move, which is if you can't get one base because of force fields, well, go towards the other base. And that's exactly what we're seeing as we're going to see this group of Hydras just going to pick off another pylon here. That pylon goes down. We're just going to see, I mean, Cybercore went down as well, so I mean, that's pretty brutal. As we're going to see the Banelings coming in from the back end, and oh wow, well, a lot of these sentries going down now as well, and only a few mortals left over. A few Hydras will be enough to clean these out, and that should be DnS tapping out of this game. And we'll be off and away into our game number 3 here in just a moment. Elazer takes this game number 2. Going game, that puts us almost $300, like, as if we're almost 75% of the way through the donation goal. Donation goal for the trip to HomeStory Cup. You guys are literally, all of you are like literally crazy. Thank you very much, Mark. Appreciate it. Good luck in your matches. I'm sure I'll be seeing you in those as we go into Frozen Temple. Game number 3. To the top left-hand side from True Esports, it's our green Zerg player. It's going to be Elazer. And to the bottom right, it's going to be our red Pros player from Against All Authority. It's DnS. How much coffee have I had today? I have had absolutely none. I don't drink coffee. I've had no caffeine. I've been drinking water all day long. And that is it. I literally just drank water all day long. I'm just running off passion. I really am at this point. I only had like 6 hours sleep because my sleeping pattern was completely messed up to wake up in time for the Korean qualifier. Not going to lie about that. So I'm just completely running off passion right now. I've been casting for over twice as long as what I slept for last night. So, I mean, that's cool, right? Whatever. Frozen Temple, big, cool map. We see this a lot in the PvZ. I've been seeing yeah, I mean, I've been seeing a lot in this PvZ. We see a lot of the PvZs on this. I kind of like this map. It's grown on me a lot. At first, I was like, this is normal. Then I went into the game on it. I was like, oh, I don't like it. Yeah, I mean, we've just been seeing some crazy stuff on this map, and I think it's turned out to be quite a nice map overall, especially now the natural ramp is fixed. That's really cool. Be interested to see how this goes. Templar Archive, sorry, not Templar, Twilight Council coming down now for DnS, so going into the Twilight Council means he can go in towards the Resonating Glaives very early in the game. And that's probably going to be his goal here, Resonating Glaives, and then probably a double Stargate coming down and kind of double Phoenix production. As we're going to see this Adept going to be moving up towards the upper left-hand side. And this Adept going to be looking to see what it can get up to and what is going on. So this Adept going to be coming up towards the upper left, and again looking to see what's happening. This Twilight Council is going to be finishing. Resonating Glaives will begin, and we are going to see, well, Resonating Glaives starting, and again, it's just like a pressure play to try and slow the Berserk player down a bit, but look at this perfect scout from Elazer. He sees exactly what this is early on, and now he knows exactly what he's playing against here in the early stages. This Adept can't, you know, this Adept can't even do anything just yet. As we're going to see, yeah, I can't really, this Adept doesn't catch the Zerg, and there we go, finally going to get it. Kills that off, and another Adept is going to come in and, just hold down the center here. Cloud Ultimate Weapon says, thanks for casting all day. I logged in at 5 AM Pacific time today, and I'm about to finish my 10-hour shift. Thanks for getting me through. Well, thanks for joining us all day long. Glad you've been enjoying. We've had some great games. It's been a fantastic day. Of course, guys, if you've been enjoying the games, the casting, or whatever, I am full-time. I do this as a full-time thing right now, so if you enjoy it, feel free to drop a follow on the channel. You can see when I'm live again in the future. I'm live. I've been live in April every single day, apart from one day I didn't stream. Apart from one day. So I'm alive a lot. If you're looking for consistent StarCraft content, your first time hearing of me, consider dropping a follow, checking me out again in the future. And of course, if you've really been enjoying, you want to support, you know, any little helps, you know, from $1 donations to $5 or whatever you want to donate or subscribe or Patreon. Anything helps if you want to support as we see these Adepts moving through the map, and there's that double Stargate coming down, the +1 air up is as well, pretty much what we're expecting here when the Resonating Glaives comes up. Very, very standard sort of playstyle. Adept's on the way to try, Bane's on the way to try and defend this. I mean, DnS sees it, so he's going to back away. The way the Adepts and the Phoenix synergize is that the Adepts clean out a lot of stuff fast with Resonating Glaives, you know? But the Phoenix are going to be able to lift up, say, Banelings very quickly. They're going to be able to lift up Roaches. They're going to, you know, there's going to be a lot that they're going to be able to lift up and sort of kind of take out of this. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, he's going to be able to kind of take the big clunky units out of the equation with the Phoenix, and then he'd be able to kind of kill everything else with the Adepts. That's kind of the plan here, as this third base will be protected. I mean, again, Adepts with Resonating Glaives. We'll just chew through Zerglings. Third base on the way up for DnS. And again, then Phoenix is going to start coming out and going to start looking to see what he can do. Big drop coming in here right now as well from Elazer. Going to unload one single bin and a second bin. And he actually gets away. Wow, this Overlord is going to survive. And we are going to see everything cleaned up, though. Nothing really dealt here. No real damage done. And so Elazer's drop not successful just yet. A few Lings just down to the bottom left-hand side. As you see, again, a couple Phoenix on the way out. And a couple more going to be on the way up in a few moments' time. Some more Phoenix going to be on the way. The +1 air weapons is about to finish up too, as we're going to see these Lings running on in, looking to try and trade with this third base. Not going to be able to. And it's going to be, again, just sort of the A couple of Phoenix out in the middle, and again, more and more should be on the way up, especially because he's committed into +1 air weapons. It's actually also crazy. I mean, we're talking about how crazy it is watching kind of Adepts kill things with Resonating Glaives. Phoenix with +1 kill things very quickly too, as you see a Nidus network and a Roach rolling down from Elazer. Well, this is completely different to anything I've been expecting. I guess he tries to just Nidus on the third base, not necessarily Nidus like in the main or anything, but Nidus on the third base to go for kind of a big Queen Roach attack. Let's see if it works out for him. We're going to see a couple of Phoenix still looking around. He hasn't found the Nidus, which is what, hidden in the natural or so? Oh, there it is. It's not even hidden in the natural, it's just over here. I remember seeing it now. As we can see, a couple of forces coming down this Ling Vein. Let's be a little bit careful. DnS with a good trade right there. He still has these units over there. Is actually going to see just the Nidus in the main base. Okay, well, here we go. DnS is way out of position. He's going to start pulling back immediately, so he sees it. He knows this is here. Another pylon coming down. He's going to start warping in Zealots to try and deal with this. Trying to slow down these units from getting out as well. As here we go, the Nidus pops up. The Queens are going to start popping out. The Phoenix is going to start lifting up immediately. DnS is, well, I don't really know what's going on, if I'm going to be honest. Can we even see there's a few Roaches under their Queens as well? This army is actually struggling to kind of get in range to fight it. This DNS's Mothership Core, I don't even know where his Mothership Core is either. I think it might have gone down already. As we're going to see these Phoenix still kind of lifted up units and just picking them off one at a time. A couple of sentries and whatever just coming in over here. We're going to see another Queen being lifted and another Queen being lifted, and I think DNS is sort of falling, but at the same time, Ling's in the natural. At the same time, Ling's on the third. All these workers are going down. All these workers are falling, as we're going to see. I mean, he's eventually going to clean up, but I think DNS has just taken too much damage. As we're just going to be seeing a few more, well, another Queen going down, a few more Roaches falling, and that is going to be that. As we're going to see these Roaches just trading against these Stalkers. Another Nidus network on the way up just to reinforce this main base. I mean, everything in the natural's going down. This third base is eventually going to die. More Roaches streaming out. And DnS, what a run he's had, but it's just not enough. He has no energy on his Phoenix. He can't clean up. GG. Elazer, a little bit of a different play there. He's able to clean things out